All right, once you've joined a community or you've navigated to the community you wish to work in, one of the easiest things to do is to leave a discussion item. As you see here, there are currently no discussion posts in the certification prep area. There will be a number of them entered there before we go live. Additionally, in each of the study groups, there are already a number of seed questions available. To post a discussion item, simply click the button. It'll take you to an area where you can enter information. If you wish to cross-promote this, both to the certification prep community and perhaps to one of your study groups, you can do so by collecting from the other communities that you are associated with in this list. Add a subject line. Typically, this is just either if you're posting a question, start with the question itself, maybe a shorter version, or something catching that'll draw somebody's attention if they get their daily digest. Then there is an option to automatically insert content preview for links. This is if you were to maybe post like a YouTube link or a link to another news site that already has content thumbnails developed, it'll automatically populate that into the site. I usually just keep this to yes. It doesn't really affect your overall content. Then, much like any other web forum or other internet forum, simply type in your comment here, and you can modify and change the text as you want. So highlight any of the text you want to change. You can make anything you want bold. You can make it italics. You can change the overall formatting from left, right, or center. Typical things that you're used to seeing in any word processing file. If you need to make a link for anything, highlight the text you want to make a link, and then go over to the side here and click the chain button. That allows you to add a URL. I typically do the entire thing or simply go to the web page you want in another item and highlight it at the top of your browser. Given a title, this is to allow for people that have hearing or sight impaired websites to allow for them to have notification information pop up on their browser. And then the target option, you can either choose none or new window. This indicates whether or not when somebody clicks on the link, it'll open in the same tab or open in a new tab in their browser. If you're taking them outside of the CSI website, proper etiquette is to do it in a new window. Therefore, then they can always go back to where they were within the group. Clicking OK, you now see it's blue, which means it's its own text. If you leave your mouse over it, you'll see the actual title note that we gave it. So in this case, Google website. Feel free to keep doing that with other things. If you want to insert any images, that is also done here under Insert Image. You can choose from anything that's on any of the URLs and things related there, but I typically will just have it on my computer, and you can choose the file. Click a button, and it'll show you the image that's there, and then you can hit save, you can sharpen, you can resize all in sight, and then it'll again ask you to give it a title and description, again for people with seeing or hearing impairment browsers that give them additional information. So in this case, you can do that and hit save. See now that it's kind of large, you can resize it by simply highlighting and then changing it like that, like you would do resizing any other images in other processors. Additionally, if you highlight the image and then click the link icon, you can make the image into a URL. So in this case, again, and then again, you'd want to give it a title. So in this case, just, and then lastly, again, because we are taking them off of the CSI website, you'd want to put that in a new window. At that point, now we have two links, an image, different text formatting, different options that you'd like to use within any kind of post you might have. Additionally, at the bottom here, if you don't have a default signature set up in your profile, you can add one. If it is default, it's here. You can always edit it as well. For most of these kinds of posts, I usually just leave my name, don't bother with contact info. If there is an attachment you'd like to add, you can do so here as well. Keep in mind that anytime you add an attachment, it also saves that to the library. So you may want to go after you've posted to the library and make sure that the attachment is saved in the right location. That'll be a different video momentarily, so I'll just post an image here or a file here so that we can show how that works later. uploading the image, the file. You'll see here if you don't want it or you added the wrong one, you can always hit the edit button here, and then you see automatically saved to the discussion library, and you can edit the library details here. So what's the name of the item? So this in this case would be welcome post report, and then a slight description if you'd like. And hit save. At that point, then when you hit send, it'll post it to the group, giving it a couple seconds, and you now see that you have a new item listed here. Going back to edit a file is very easy. Simply click on the post you have, and then across over here, you have the option for the drop-down menu to close the thread if you don't want any more discussion, remove if you don't want it visible, delete permanently if maybe you posted it in the wrong community, or choose to edit. You can do all that there as well. Clicking on the image works, takes me there. Also for the link above here, that takes me to Google, so we know that that works. I do recommend that you check those once you made a post to make sure that you haven't given the wrong URL or something that may have been specific to your logged in status. Additionally here then, at any point you can add a tag, which we recommend for these. Since this is the general certification one, I'm just gonna do study group. So if you start doing study, you'll see that it's already been created. And then you can look at other select tags that might be there. So CCS, chapter, all sorts of ones. There is a post in each of the study groups that show the tags that we recommend you use, and those tags are based on the content study areas of each of those different certification exams. So feel free to do that. So we can just add them all in here. And you'll notice that when you add one, it kind of keeps you in the same area of where you were before, in case there's a number of them in that area you do want to add as well. So you can add as many tags as you like, and then when you're all done, simply go back. It saves it immediately. Go back to discussions, and now you see that underneath your tag there are already items there, as well as they can click on your name to view it. And it's when people reply, the replies will go here as well. If at any point you now need to add another post, and since there are posts here, there's no longer that option for that button we clicked before. You can simply click the add button below, or click the more button to see all posts available, and click the new post, the post new message icon over here. That's how you add a discussion item.